Welcome back to us. I couldn't get enough of that intro. Tuning in, unfiltered, always with us, drinking.
That's right.
What's best than that? And it is
Mother's Day.
Yay! We've been so busy. I know you missed us this couple of months, but it's okay because we are boiling up to the finale of every day. We're bringing some more content.
That's right. That's right. For the past 2 months, we've been busy mothering. Listen, it's been hard for us to get together. You ever have that moment where you tell your friends, oh, we're going to get together, but you never can because you're all so busy? Well, that's what happened. We've been gone for 2 months, but we missed you guys. We hope you guys missed us too.
For sure. We have so much to talk about. We have so much to say. So much has happened within those days. I know that we try to get what was it, that thing called brunch?
Yeah.
Whatever. We did brunch one time. It was so nice. And it's we're going to do it again. And it's
that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not
yet.
Mom.
Mom, I sprained my ankle.
Mom, I gotta go here. Mom, I need this.
Uber, Mom. Over here, over there.
But I wouldn't have it any other way because we always come back and we're always going to be here. So I'm excited to be here.
That's right. That's right. I'm excited.
Yay. And then look, all these beautiful decorations for Mother's Day. Hopefully you guys also have your beautiful decorations too as well.
That's right. Pamper your mamas tomorrow. Get them some flowers and make sure that you give them the gifts that they want and, be extra attentive to her needs. Don't be expecting her to make you breakfast. I hope you make her breakfast because she's done that plenty of times throughout the year.
Yes, most definitely. I know that my kids are really good at, making sure that I'm not stressed out. I don't know if your kids are like that. If you're worried or you're like, Mom, what's going on? They always want to know what's going on. They don't want to see me stressed out. So.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I know.
No, I don't know. I can't really say that. Listen, it's just my son and I. He's 13 now. And he is getting to that age where he is more attentive to me. No, now when I'm working, I work from home. He'll come into my room and he sees me working. He'll be like, oh, can I bring you something from downstairs? What do you need? That's for him, right? And I'm really enjoying that. A lot of times I'll say no. Sometimes I will say yes, even though I don't need something, but just so that he can get used to being attentive, caring to me and my needs. He's getting there. But to me, Mother's Day, when you're a single parent, it's just another day. You have to do everything the same anyway.
True.
So
do we ever feel guilty when we tell them no? As a mom, it's a thing where you want to say yes and then bow their knees because you want to make them happy. But there are times where you have to say, no, I really can't. No, it's a big word.
It's okay to say no a lot of times.
Yeah.
Plenty of times. Even though you might feel guilty, I really want to say yes. Right. Even though you want to say yes, you have to say no for whatever reason. Go ahead, just do it.
Yeah.
So,
but we also love them all deeply. It's like saying the what, Papa. I love it. Mm-hmm. So congratulations to all the new mommies out there. I know that we have new mommies. I know one of my sons we have a little grandkid and it's beautiful. So congratulations to Ali and Christian on their baby. And then the upcoming babies that are coming too.
That's right.
There's new mommies out there as well.
Yeah, it's a big one.
And then to all the step mommies becoming mommies too.
That's right.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. I think that's probably the biggest transition out of everyone.
Yes.
Because when you have your own child, you start forming this bond immediately. You start creating your own routines. But when you become a stepmom, these kids already have existed. They have bonds with other people. And now you come into their lives and every kid is different. Yes, every kid is different. So learning how to maneuver this, new territory for everyone, that's big. That's big. And hopefully you will be some great stepmoms, because there's some stepmoms that are not so good. Same as some stepdads. But we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to make sure that everyone is loved this weekend, right? So Bibi, tell me, what have been your top Mother's Day gifts?
Oh, that's a good question. I've never been asked that. Wow. What's been my top Mother's Day gifts? Wow, I'm gonna have to come back to that. What have been yours?
All right. I think that I appreciate everything that my son has done. Like I said, he's now older, so he asks his dad for money, and he decides, hey, I'm gonna get my mom this, I'm gonna get her that. He calls up my parents and he's like, when are you gonna take me shopping? And they drive him there. I appreciate, he's given me handbags, shoes, perfumes, things that he knows that I like. Or he'll ask me, but I have noticed he's attentive. Most of the times he doesn't ask me. He knows. And he does pretty good. I have to say he's got some good taste. But I think the ones that I think I will forever cherish more, like deep, is the things he used to make for me in pre-K, kindergarten, first grade. Listen, I feel like they put so much love into their little cards. They make the little string necklaces with macaronis and stuff.
Yes, I love those times. Those are missed. I wish teenagers would still do it to this day. It would be so much fun. But honestly, to come back to that, to me, you know what the most thing that my kids have done, because I have 6, it's them getting together. I think that's the most beautiful gift that you could give a mother. It's getting all together and being there. And I think that over surpasses any materialistic anything, and just the bond and just having them there to know that they're okay. Look what you raised. Like it's like a mirage of look what you've done. Look at all of this.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, Then you start evaluating what a mother you've been. Look at that. I got graduates, I think that's what a mother, to feel that beautiful feeling that your kids graduate. I mean, that right there is just like a top in the cake. When they get their own lives together and they're getting married, and it's like, then you have your grandkids. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
That is the most charitable small to me.
Yeah, you definitely cherish all that.
Yeah.
My son is going to graduate 8th grade. I'm so happy. I'm proud of him. But I'm going to tell you that for me, I'm like, oh my God, we made it this far. Like he and I. He and I, we've been through pre-K, kindergarten, all that, getting up early, routines, the difficulties of COVID, it wasn't easy getting a second grader to sit down at this computer and having him be like, hey, this is your new routine. He was in 3rd grade. No, 2nd and 3rd grade, he was on the computer. And seeing how he did good, I'm like, till this day, I'm still like amazed. Like, he did that. But sometimes I'm like, wait, he didn't do that alone. I was there.
Yeah,
I don't think we always give ourselves enough credit for helping our kids reach their milestones.
Through that milestone, too. Yeah. That was the most difficult is that COVID. I mean, my oldest daughter graduated in COVID. Do you know how difficult the graduation was?
Yeah.
It was a car drive graduation. Mind you, I was on E. Yeah, E. Like E. Yeah, we were stressing the E.
Oh my God. You made it there by the smell of the gasoline.
I swear, I don't know what was more stressing. I was like, we're going to get stuck. And then you can't get off the car because of the whole COVID thing. So it's just like, we're going to be stuck.
Right,
but
we
made it through. And she got her, she walked in. It was weird, but
she walked, she drove.
Yeah, those are milestones that we'll never forget.
No. And, but again, they didn't do it without us, and I think we need to pat ourselves in the back and be like, "Yo, we did a good job."
To all of the mothers,
all of them, and even like pre-K, I think we need to celebrate everything. That's one thing that I at one point decided that I needed to do, because I didn't grow up like this, like where everything was celebrated. Like it wasn't. It was like, oh, you got a certificate for doing good in school? That went into a folder, right? Never to be seen again. And I always used to see those parents who, put it up on the wall, on the refrigerator, and I'd be like, man, like your parent proud, right? And I'd be like, is my parent proud? I know they were, but I feel like it wasn't as proud. But I changed that with my kid. Like,
do you think they really think that we're not, if we don't put them up? Because I'm not the one to put.
Listen.
Cover my walls with certificates. If that was the case, I'll make a whole wall full of certificates.
You could put it up for a while, right? Like, hey, you got this in the month of May. School's ending May, June, whatever. We're gonna have it up for a whole month. Normally, that's why I do like birthday stuff too.
Okay, like an office.
You can put it up for a while and then you take it down, right? Yeah. But at least it's visible. It's a reminder. I think it's a self-esteem booster too.
Yeah.
Or I would hope it is. I don't know. Again, I never had the opportunity.
Hey, I never thought of that. That's cool. As a mom, you never see things certain perspective, which is kind of different. And that's good to know for other moms, Would it really make a difference? But you know what? We try our best that we can. Some can't, some can, Some don't even have walls sometimes to put on. Some struggle that, and we get really proud of moms who do their best out there to do for them too as well. Yeah.
The point I think here is to adapt to your circumstance and just make it a big deal,
Make it a big deal for
in
them.
whatever way works for you.
Yeah.
And your kid, if your kid has two homes, do your home. Let the other parent worry about that home, and you'll have your memories with your kid.
That's a great advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people get caught up on that.
Oh, also too, it's not even that. Some try to what's that word that you say? Try to compete. Like, let me compete. Like, I could do better. Right. Oh, I've had, just because they got more stuff than I do. No, it's not even that. It is actually the thought in the mind, what you do. Mm-hmm. Maybe money is not even everything. Being present is everything.
Listen, my son, he was at a birthday party. He's at a birthday party now. And, we got the gift situated and we were looking for a card. And there's some cards that are very expensive. You could spend up to like $7 on a card. I was like, I'm not going to spend like $7 on a card or $6, whatever it was. I'm like, let's get something a little more affordable because we don't remember the card. You might remember the gift depending on what it is.
Right.
But I think the same goes for, our personal lives. People are going to remember how you made you feel. Yes, did you get a nice card? Did they write their name on it? Did they write a heartfelt note to make them feel like, oh, you're so special to me. I want to tell you this, these words and have them forever on this card.
Right.
Does it matter how much the card costs? If it's your mom is going to care that you got a card. We were just talking about making a card. If you don't have money for a card, make one.
You know what? To talk about cards, I found a card that my father passed away 20 years ago today, or a few months ago. But listen to this, right? That card, that signature, that writing now means everything because they're not here. So it's just the present of the matter of what it's worth.
It does.
It goes a million miles. So it's like, ever since, I don't know if my husband ever notices it, but it's like, I am, not that I'm hard to throw things like that away. I don't, because it piles up. But yes, it does. But it goes somewhere real nice. And then guess what? Years come to bypass, 10, 15 years, we'll go back to that and we'll start looking at them.
Yes. And listen, I'm big on give me a card and I'll give you a card for that reason. Because when we get older, it's what we have. It's what we have. The memories, the written cards, the pictures. Yes. Is so important. We were talking about that earlier.
Scrapbooking and stuff like that. It's just so beautiful.
All of those memories that, the what's the saying go? The days are short. The days are long and the years are short. It's right. We get so busy every day, and we go on this cycle. And before you know it, oh wow, 5 years have passed by, but you were just born yesterday. Next thing you know, oh wow, you might be celebrating a sweet 16, and next thing you know, they're graduating high school. And it's like, okay, then you get to sit down and remember all of these things. But we forget a lot of things, and we have pictures and cards.
To remember.
That's a big deal.
I was talking to one of my kids about, I was like, I need to put more of the places we've gone to, like the parks, the springs. You go to the springs, you go to different places, and you take group pictures. I think those need to be put up so they could see the different types of places they've been. Sometimes we forget ourselves everything we've done.
Yeah, we do forget. Now you mention places. I know that, some people might be like, oh, that's such an expensive picture. Like, I'm going to give an example. I went to Atlanta with my mother and my son, and we went on the big, like, Ferris wheel thing, or I think it's called the Icon. Anyways. And you want to buy a picture? They took a picture. And for me, I was like, yeah, I'll buy the picture. I know it's just a picture and it's a way overpriced. And I know it because they do it for the tourists. I was a tourist. But for me, it was like, it's a reminder of how my kid looked at that moment, how my mother looked at that moment, myself, 20, 30 years from now, I want to look at it and remember that moment. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the picture because it was the three of us and I wanted the three of us in the picture.
In the picture, yeah.
So I paid an expensive memory. Maybe at the moment it might feel expensive, but later on, I'm not going to be thinking about the money.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I
know that feeling. I did the slingshot with my husband and that was priceless.
There you go.
That was priceless, yeah. I get it.
When you get older, you'll be like, oh, remember that.
That was priceless. My kids enjoyed it. That's why I only mentioned it. Because I'm like, you did, Mom. You made them do it. And then, yeah, I did. See what Mom can do? Mom has power.
Moms will have power.
Moms will have power. The power, let me tell you what the power is. The power and strength of the mind and how we could get us what we need for our kids. We would do and go above and beyond for them. That's the power as a mom has. I seen a mom lift a car one time.
Oh, I saw that too.
You seen that? Like, because her kid got, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It was something had happened and it wasn't even that much, but yeah, they lift the car up. And that's the strength of the body human love.
Yeah, for that moment. Yeah, I'm sure she felt it the next day.
I know.
But she was like, all of this pain is worth it.
Right.
Because everything is worth it, at the end. Is it easy? No, it's not always easy.
It's not.
All right. So what are the hardest things about mothering that you think, like, what are those moments that you find hardest?
Finding the emotion, where to navigate from one emotion to another. I think that's the most difficult, let's see, because you're going through your own emotions, but they're going through their own emotions. And I think it's just navigating through everything.
Woo!
With their emotions.
Cheers to that one. Because that applies to all kids.
True, all kids. Because it's like, you don't know if to step on eggshells today or if to, like, go to the ER and see if, they're going through a mental breakdown. Because that's really important too. A lot of kids state not to talk to you about what they're going through until it's too late. Have you ever seen, I thank God haven't experienced that, but it's like, I've seen it, somebody that I know, and it's like, how can you, it's
yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult because not every kid, like, you got 6 kids. All of those 6 kids, they ain't the same. No, everyone is different. Everyone. If you have 10 kids, every single one is different. It's like a teacher who has 30 kids in a classroom. Every single one is different. You try to do everything that's best for them, but at the same time, you have to cater to different personalities.
Yes.
Different stages of their lives. And we also have to include our own stages. Because listen, you're one person in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, even when you're like 70, and your kid who is now 50, 40, they're still your kids and they're going through different, stages of their life just as you are. But you have to learn how to navigate when you're like, in your 70s, just as you did when you were like in your 30s.
Mm-hmm. Talking about emotions and things like that and what kids go through. New mothers. Let me talk about new mothers who are going to have babies and things like that. you're going to be overwhelmed. It's going to be overwhelming. It's going to be a lot. And it's okay to feel like you're drowning, because that's what you're going to feel like. You're going to feel like you're drowning. It's normal. But also ask for help. If you don't have it, neighbor, whatever, ask for help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking to my daughter because she's going to be her first time mother.
Right.
And I was like, listen, it's not going to be easy. Sometimes it's going to be like hard. Don't hesitate to give us a call. Have your husband call me, anybody.
Right.
But new mothers, always remember, it's okay.
Yeah. I think that nobody can really prepare you for that first year. You know, for me, I did that first year by myself. It was just my son and I. And oh my God, I wish I could, like, you know, hug myself from back then. Aww. Because there were some nights that I was like, man, I think I'm going to just lose it. Like, there's one night I just sat there and I cried in the floor because why? I was so tired, and this kid just projectile vomited all over the floor. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just sat there and I cried.
I used to scream in the pillow. It was screaming in the pillow. And then when I seen Lilo and Stitch and I seen her do it, I'm like, oh, I'm not the only one who does it. No. Which is kind of cool, because I'm like, oh, when I was younger, I used to do that. Okay. But you feel better.
You feel better.
Yeah, you feel better. Let it out, you know?
You take care of yourself at that moment with your emotions, and then you can continue.
Yeah, you can continue. You know? Yeah. So, but yeah, I thank God for my dad. My dad helped me out my first one, because if it wasn't for my dad said, here, give me, and I'm like, by all means, but then you learn, you know, you grow and you learn. And
yeah, and I think it just gets easier, you know, because once they start, you know, after that first year when they start walking, you know, you kind of like are able to relax a bit. They entertain themselves a little bit more. Sure, you know, you get to like sit down.
The stages of a mother. I love mothering. My goodness. Yeah, it's all about mothering.
Yeah, it is about mothering.
So.
All right. So what is the best thing about mothering for you? We talked about the worst, which is like, I think the very best thing for you.
The best thing? Seeing them grow. Seeing them grow and just like nourish this beautiful, intelligent being that you're making. You're, as a mother, you're seeing before your eyes, seeing them grow. I think that's the best thing. And then you got it, you know, if either you're by yourself or you're with someone, don't hesitate to give you that credit, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so, because I know some single parents do it on their own. I myself was fortunate to have someone to, you know, help me along, you know? If someone came along out of the way, you know, so it goes all the ways. But that, when you see them grow.
Yeah, I agree. When you see them grow, I think it's enjoying every stage. You know, the infant stage, the toddler stage, the kid stage, the teenage stage. You know, learning how to evolve with them.
Yeah.
You know, I think that like.
But that never leaves them, and then it makes it so good, because when they, as adults, because I have adults right now, and they come back and it's like, I love you, Mom. Like, but they love me so much. So I kind of love it, because it's like my husband starts like, but they do love you so much, and I'm like, I see that, because they're all here, which I love it. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, we are fortunate enough that our kids have good mothers. If you don't hear that, you know, maybe you should evaluate yourself as a mother. You know, we have to acknowledge that not everyone has a good mother, and if you're like, well, I don't hear that. It's okay to evaluate yourself as a mother. Listen, I know that I have moments where I'm like, you know, I could have done better at that moment. And it has taken, you know, a lot of reflection, you know, in those moments when I'm by myself, like, how could I have handled that better? That's tough, you know, because we always want to be like, oh, I want to be the best. But sometimes you're not your best, because we get tired.
Yeah.
And they get tired. And if they're tired and you're tired, that's a rough combination.
That's a combo. That's a expulsion military combo right there.
It is. Woo! It is. Like, wars in the home can happen, you know, but don't let it get that far.
Yeah. And if it does get that far, it's okay. Grenades don't explode all the time. They blow up one time.
Well, I think it's important that, you know, our kids see us, you know, in every moment, right? When we're happy, when we're sad, when we're angry, when we explode. But I think we also need to explain to them, what is happening. That way they can learn how to manage situations, how to manage their emotions, how to learn how to manage your own emotions as well,
Have you ever had a child ever tell you, your child ever tell you, well, I don't know, I guess my child is older. One of my children told me, Mom, you should have disciplined me more. I've had one, and I'm like, wow. Well,
Antonio, you're too soft. Listen,
the one that I was hardest on too. I'm like, oh Lord.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was
what?
Like,
so they it's like they acknowledge that they're taking advantage of you. That's what it almost feels like.
Yeah.
Are you being Mrs.
No, it's just because they see me nice now and they just don't eradicate.
I don't know. I do have to say that I feel like I had a good moment this week with my son, right? He was like, oh, Mom, you're known as like the chill mom at school. I'm like, I'm the chill mom at school amongst your friends? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you're kind. You're nice. You're like, how do I explain this?
He's in middle school, isn't he?
He's in middle school. He's
Wait
in
till he gets to high school.
Oh, I know. Okay. But I think for, now, I think it's just that I've been able to develop a good relationship with him. I know that a lot of times I like to hear what he has to say. I am not the mom that says, because I said so. Unless it has to do with like his safety, things that he doesn't know, like the dangers of, nowadays with like internet and stuff like that. Then I might be like, you may not understand it now, but this is what I need to do. But a lot of times, people are like, oh, why does he have a say? And I'm like, why not? It's his life, it's my life, and we can navigate better, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that might be part of the reason why he's like, oh, you're like you're kind, and I treat him with kindness. I try, even sometimes if his feelings are not the best, at that moment. That's
true. I never thought about that.
Yeah. That's what I think that he means, I don't know. He's learning how to express himself still.
Expressing themselves is one thing. I said, my child was like, Mom, why can't we just like go outside like we do back in the days? Like back in the days, you guys used to be outside and stuff. Like times change.
Times change. I was having that conversation with my son. And I made him notice that, hey, you see those gas prices? When I noticed that they started going up, I'm like, the gas prices, you see how much it was yesterday? How much was it a week ago, right? And I think he's having, a little epiphany without me having to be too direct, because we got in the car and he was like, Mom, I feel like everything that we do, we spend money. Even just like going out to get groceries, we spend money. I'm like, yeah, we do. Yeah. We need gas to go get those groceries, and we need money to spend those groceries. And then when we come back home, he's like, yeah, the lights. I'm right. And then I kind of explained to him what this all means with the gas going up. We have suppliers and demand and all of that. So it was a good moment to have a conversation, with him.
I do have my conversations with my kids too as well. They're super amazing. I think that's another mom moment there too.
It is.
Yeah. We did pull a thing where we do have more things like showing everybody the strength of a mother that I know we're talking about, but in pain when we have kids, when we deliver them. That pain, that the cramps, the, what do you call that? I forgot because I haven't had kids in a while. So.
The contractions.
Guys. Woo. Yeah. We're not human. We're something else.
We're superhuman.
We're superhuman. Because
that's what we are, superhuman.
Are amazing. I see videos of, they put these things on guys so they can feel the contractions of women and they can't handle it. Man, I wish I had the videos to show you. But we do have a video we can show you of the epidural that the women have to endure during, usually more through C-section, because I know they have to put this epidural. So those mothers who do have to get C-section, more props to you. and also those who go through a lot of pain.
But no, some people get it like to help with the pain.
Yeah.
Did you have epidural?
I did all of them.
Pain?
What?
Yeah, I had a friend who, she had 2 kids. After the second one, she went unmedicated. She was like, I'm never doing that again. Because she went unmedicated. And she was like, well, I'm done. I don't care about the medication because I know that's, it's not going to make it all better.
More with being medicated than non-medicated?
No, non-medicated. She had no medicine.
So she said it's better with no medicine.
Well, she wanted to do that for herself. She wanted to try it. The thing about getting an epidural is that after some point, they tell you, if you don't get it now, we can't give it to you afterwards. Like, this is your moment. And she was like, no, I'm going to do this by myself. And after that, she was like, I'm never, ever doing that again.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I guess it's really painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to feel yourself being ripped inside apart. Like, that's just painful.
Listen, I don't know.
You're ripped
I'm
inside.
traumatized.
You're ripped inside. Like, inside you're ripped. Like, your bones, like, stretch. It's like, okay, so when you, like, clack your fingers, like, knuckles and stuff like that? But imagine allá abajo. Pero abre. No.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But listen, we did it.
We did do that. We want to show. Let's show our audiences how an epidural looks like. Look at this.
The size of that needle.
The size of that needle.
I look at it and I'm like, I had that in me. Like, where? How did this not go from back to front? Like, how come I didn't see this needle?
Do you want to hear a story of my last one, on my last child? Listen. I did. I cursed what's that? The
nurse?
The nurse out that was doing the epidural thing. Because he didn't put it right. I messed up. It hurts when they put it in. That's a long. Did you guys see that needle? It hurts. It hurts so bad. And they usually pinch your leg to see if you feel anything because your leg will go numb. I still felt everything. Like, I'm like, yeah, I still feel everything. That means that they messed up. I was livid. When I say I'm livid, I'm already in pain a lot. And you're messing up. Oh, yeah, he heard a couple of bad things. I think I turned into that witch. The nurse came with me and she's like, hand me a blanket. She goes, you want to listen to music? I'll put some music on for you. I'm like, yeah, sounds a good idea. I need some music. So my daughter was born with reggaeton music. I was listening to Maluma.
Oh my God, that's funny.
When my daughter came into the world, because I was like, there has to be some reggaeton in the room or something, because Lord have mercy. I was going to curse everybody in that room.
I get it. I didn't have, like, I saw it. I knew what it was. I can't say I had that same aversion. I think because my IVF mommies will know what I'm talking about. So when you go through IVF, you have to go through a lot of needles and stuff. At the end, there was one that was so long.
No.
Yes. Like, I kid you not, it was like from here, my finger down to my wrist. Like,
oh, no.
It was super long. And you have to get this done in your house. Your husband has to do this for you. And I was like, man, is this man really going to do this to me? Oh. I think because I, did that, like, that fear, by the time the epidural came along, I was like, okay, we got to do one more. Let's do this,
Oh, yeah, that's brave.
I was prepared.
That's a bravery of a mother right there.
Listen, it is.
But let's also talk about the treatment, too. We do have a video of a treatment of, what a mother really expects.
On Mother's Day.
On Mother's Day, the treatment that
would be nice.
All mothers would love. It's just like a fantasy. To me, it was a fantasy video.
It is.
But let's show you guys. Let's show you guys the video. Flowers are beautiful.
They are beautiful.
Then the fruits. Especially when the bathtub, the candles, the petals, the robe. It's like going on a cruise.
The massage. That right there is
Oh yeah.
wonderful, man.
Oh, that is and him putting the baby to sleep.
Right. He took care of everything.
Everything.
He did.
That was
bravo
cool.
to him, and bravo to all of those partners who do this for their wives, the kids who do this. I've never had this on Mother's Day, none of that. But I'm very grateful that I get to celebrate Mother's Day. So that to me is my present, you know, because of what I just explained. But listen, do that for your wife, your significant other, right? That's just significant other. I'm just gonna put that out there, who, you know, mothers for you, for your child. I did figure out, right? Like I was like, I want to know what the top gifts for mothers are, right? I'm pretty sure we have received some of those. The top 5, right? Are flowers, right? Jewelry, self-care things like going to the spa, personalized gifts with like pictures, and I think that like for me, I value all of those things, you know. I have to say something right here for everyone, right? When it comes to Mother's Day, right? My son now, he's gotten older and he's like, okay, I need to get my mom a gift, right? And for many years, the only one to get me a gift is my mom. My mom always took care of me, like, you know, she's like, okay, this is my daughter. Like, she's a single mom. I'm gonna get her a gift. My dad, flowers. So my parents. So for many years, it was just that. And today, Vivi showed up with a gift for me for Mother's Day. Yo, this made me so emotional because like nobody ever, other than my mom or my kid now, has thought about me as a mother. Like, hey, this is for you. I'm getting it for you.
Your
like,
mother, yeah.
Like, damn, girl. This girl is golden.
Because I see her, like, I love it. Every time we go anywhere and we do a lot of business. We do business together because we're part of the Black Marker TV. It's just more than Talking Tipsy podcast, honestly. And we do a lot of road work. So when we're on the road, sometimes we take our kids with us. And it's super special that she gets to bring her kid. I get to bring my kids.
Yeah, it is.
And we become motherly into our work. So it's super awesome to just see that and grow with us. So
yeah, like the fact that she saw the mother in me. Listen, but listen, I have to say that from like the moment I met BB, I'm like, man, she's excellent as a mom. I'm like, man, and Maya's good. Like, listen, she's her maternal instincts are like, I can't explain. Like second to none. You know, she thinks about everything ahead of time. She really does. And, you know, she's very on point. And I'm like, oh, man, I didn't think of that. I'm glad she did. That she did. You know, there's one thing that I will say that I haven't done unless it's like a school trip. I've never packed a lunch for school. I never have. No. My child has never taken a lunchbox. Oh, in pre-K he did because he needed one, right?
Yeah.
I am not that mom. I'll feed him every night, right? But for me, it's like, well, if you're going to take a lunchbox, look, I did it a couple of times, but I didn't commit this fully because I am not that mom. I'm not going to get up and cut your fruits up, you know, and figure out, okay, what do you want? Because what he wants for dinner, he doesn't always want for the next day. You have to get up early to do this. I was like, for some time, I did beat myself up. Because I'm like, I see the kids walking in with their lunch boxes. But one day I was like, I don't know what their circumstances are.
Yeah.
But in my case, I was like, I'm tired. I need that extra like half hour to sleep.
Well, you know, it's crazy that you say that because I used to do lunch boxes because there was a time and point where I had a job where I got too much, so I didn't get no assistance. And I had to pay if they wanted to eat at lunch at school. So I was like, okay, so it's cheaper for me to make their lunch than me pay the school, to a point where like I got so tired that I was like, I'd rather pay the school than to do other lunches.
Listen, I pay the school.
It's like this. It's like what should I do now?
I paid the school.
So you had to pay the school. So now they have an account, which of course I have it on my phone, or an app where I just make sure that I know how much budget they have and stuff like that, because it's like nowadays it's like what's that thing like a cantry, like a so you put a
Listen, my kid is spoiled. In his school, he can order like Chick-fil-A, pizza from the Mexican spot, from the Venezuelan one. He goes to a charter school, right? So they don't have.
Go there. Like, no.
They don't have a contract with like the normal school lunches, so they reach out to the local restaurants, and I think like, wow, like that's crazy. It is expensive.
It is expensive. It is too.
But I also think about it. I'm like, man, it was only for 3 years during middle school, but he could be one day like, my mom did that. Like, I had some bomb ass lunches.
True, yeah. Yeah, it's appreciated. But you know what? He would do it in his future to his future children too.
He might.
No, that's like, I feel like my kids, everything that I've done with my kids are doing them themselves. Like my oldest daughter, the park thing. I'm a park person, and I stick. Now she's doing it with my little ones, with her little sister. She's like, go to the parks, and I was like, see, it's a trend. What you do. It's a trend.
Well, a lot of parenting is that. It's a lot of times it's, oh, I told you. No, their kids are watching you. They're gonna do what you do. They're gonna do what you do, not so much what you say. And I always think about that. Like, I want to be a good role model for you. I want to be a good role model, and I don't want him to think, well, you did it. Why can't I? Mm-hmm. Well, just because I made a poor decision, he might make a poor decision, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. I think they'll
learn from that.
There's a lot of things that that I do for myself, at this stage in life, but there are also a lot of things that I will hold myself back because I think about my son. Yeah. What is he going to feel? What is he going to think? Yeah. How is this going to affect them in the school,
And that's what makes you a great mother.
Thank you.
No, that is, because that's how you're such a great mother. And we sometimes don't think about how great we are because we're always so busy doing.
Right.
And we don't reflect on all the things we've done.
Right, we don't. We do. And sometimes on the whim, I'm like, whew. You make decisions that you're like, I hope for the best.
True.
It is. All right, so top 5 worst gifts. You ready for this one?
Oh, I want to hear that.
This one was juicy. Like, listen, Mother's Day is tomorrow, Sunday, right? If you have one of these gifts, you still have time to correct it. All right, number 1, cleaning supplies. Cleaning supplies.
La escoba.
Listen, la escoba.
El mapo. You get hit with that shit.
That's terrible, man.
I've never. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right. Weight loss, self-improvement objects. In other words, gym memberships, self-improvement books. No, if you are thinking about any of these, none of that. Unless she has specifically told you
that she wants that. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless she specifically told you she wants that. I just remembered there was a lady once who told me that her husband got her a pot for Mother's Day. A pot.
Teapot.
A regular cooking pot.
Oh no.
So she can continue cooking him meals. So that's number 3.
Oh shit.
If you're gonna get her a gift that's for you, don't. You gotta get her a gift that's for her. What do we mean by this? Or you're gonna get her a gift card to a restaurant? Is it for a restaurant that she likes, or is it for a restaurant that you want to go there? It has to be that she likes it, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give an honorable mention here, right? They also mentioned that. Leftovers. Anything that you might have bought, and you have extra of. Candles, extra candy, laying around the house, and you're just gonna wrap this up.
Halloween candy from last year.
Yeah, no.
Just kidding.
Go get her some, chocolate covered strawberries, Go get her some nice.
Sometimes if you don't have anything means of getting something, it's okay. Make something.
Make it.
It's so special
Make it from
to
the
make
heart.
something.
Make it. Make her favorite meal.
A painting too.
A painting. Right.
Arts and crafts is always good. Oh, you don't know how to do arts and crafts? It's okay. It's okay.
YouTube.
I learned a lot of things from YouTube. I graduated from YouTube a couple times. Yeah.
All right. Do you know what the top worst gift is?
What?
Do you have a clue?
Oh my God, I'm scared to even hear this. After those, shit.
Getting her nothing. Nothing.
What happens if she's not a good mom? And, she's just been like, ugh, and not there, and all this, bad mom. There's bad moms out there.
If she's a bad mom, there are bad moms out there. We can skip.
So they don't get nothing?
It's all right. Self-reflection, ladies. Self-reflection. But, I know that, like just we were talking about. We know when we're good moms. And if you have a good mom in your life, right?
You know what? If you
don't get her nothing.
If you have a bad mom, just get her something. Just, because it's always good to be kind to those who are not good. Because karma's a bitch. It comes around. What goes around comes around. So get them a gift.
Yeah, sometimes you be the bigger person.
They'll regret it.
It happens. But listen, if you've got a great mom in your life, that is the mother to your kids or the parent to your kids, give them something meaningful. Again, if you don't have money, it's all right. You can make something, even if it's their favorite meal. But don't not acknowledge it. And also, if you do give her something, right, don't make her feel guilty over it later on.
Yeah.
Like that's, that's just lame.
Oof, yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah.
And I know that, there are some mothers out there, parents in general. If you haven't been good to your kids, don't expect it. Like,
say it again.
Be real.
Say it again.
Don't expect it.
If you haven't been good to your kids.
If you haven't been good to your kids, right? And this doesn't just it doesn't start when you decided to become a good parent. Oh well, I've been there for the past year, and your kid's now like 25, or your kid's 30. I was going through my things, right? I was having a hard time in my life. I heard a man talk about this, right? He was like 30 and he was like, oh, the mother had reached out. He didn't want to hear it. And the kid is entitled to not want to be in your life, to not want to engage. They don't have to send you a text. They don't have to send you flowers. They don't have to do anything, because these things we earn throughout their life, being there, day in and day out. Even if you are, in a separate home, I do have to say, my son's father, he calls my kid every day. He calls him every day. And whether he answers or not, he calls every day, And I know my son one day is going to look at that and be like, yeah, my dad tried to be there. And that goes far. Are you calling your kid? Hey, how's it been going? Do you need anything? Those things go a long way.
Yeah.
And not just for a month or two, So if you don't get nothing, that's on you. Right?
Right.
That is on you. All right.
Current events. This is something that I was like, oh, I want to talk about this. We want to talk about this.
We want to talk about this because we know there are some mothers. They're going to be out there with their families on a cruise.
Having fun, because we cruise a lot.
Well, I've only been on one cruise in my life. I needed the experience, right? We had a family cruise. It was beautiful. Like, we created the best memories. I think if I cruise again, probably if it's like a family thing, because otherwise I think I prefer to fly. There. We do have pictures of us in a cruise.
Yes, they do.
That's me.
Mira qué cosa más bella. Ay, Dios, cosa chuli. Chacho.
Listen, I had my kid take that picture of me because otherwise nobody takes a picture of me. Anyways, make sure you take pictures of the mothers in your life also. Oh my God, that's something I need to talk on. I'm going to go on a tangent here for a little bit, right? Because it's important. Listen, the best thing that happened to me when I became a mother is having a phone where I could take selfies. Me and my kid, me and my kid, me and my kid, you know,
That's
all the
true.
time. But I know that there are some mothers out there who their significant other doesn't take a picture of them with the kid. But mothers are really good at, oh, look at him with the kid here and there and there. I've seen it. And then, you know, the years pass and it's like, man, I don't have a picture with my kid. Right? So, you know, just letting you know, take pictures of the mothers in your life. And by this, I also mean aunts and grandmas and all that. Okay? All right, now that we have that out of the way. Now we need a picture of BB in her cruise,
that's my cruising
with her
picture.
babies. Look at that.
Yes.
So we've done the whole cruise thing.
Yes, we've done the whole cruise thing, and then all of a suddenly we get this news, right? What's up with this virus going on? What's it called?
Hantavirus.
Listen. First, I was like, I listened to it a little bit, yeah. Then my 13-year-old comes to me, like, Mom. Like, so on some serious, like, this is serious. I'm like, for my 13-year-old coming to me about some hantavirus, I'm like, I'm going to look into it. Started all on a cruise. I'm like, I doubt it respectfully all started on a cruise. And I was like, let me look into it. So, supposedly, it's caused by rodent, or like,
rodent feces
and stuff like that. So supposedly the piss of the rodent and stuff like that. Okay, so you're trying to tell me there's some sort of rats and stuff in the cruise that pissed all over the...
No.
Well, how?
No, that's not how it happened. So there was a couple, right? A man and his wife, and they went to a landfill to bird watch.
A landfill to bird watch.
Listen.
This is...
Some people take some vacations.
When you thought you heard it all, you haven't heard it at all.
No. But anyway, so they did this, right? And this is where they contracted this, right?
And a landfill, by the way.
But so they got it, right? And they went on the ship. The thing about this is that it can have an incubation period of 8 weeks. So they could have gotten infected weeks prior and it didn't, you know,
show up
activate
until the cruise.
They got on the boat.
Now, the only way to spread this hantavirus is through contact or a close encounter space with other humans, you know?
Proximity.
And this is how it spread. Boom, boom, boom. Now, this cruise tried to get a hold of it, control of it, whatever it was. I've seen videos of some men who put up that it was really serious of things like they're real people who are going through it, blah, blah, blah. Then the next day, I hear that unexpected passengers in a couple of different places had debarkation the boat without any consent. And they hadn't finished their quarantine.
You know, but I think that this is what we learned from COVID, or I think maybe some of us learned, right? Some people will listen, some others won't. They'll be like, oh, it's just the virus. You know, nothing's going to happen. It can't happen. You know, at that moment, I believe 2 people had died already. A third one did pass after. But, you know, we cannot just think about ourselves, how we feel. Oh, it's all right.
Right.
Okay, cool. You might feel 100% good. You might have a great immune system, but you don't know if the person next to you traveling on the airplane back does not. And the incubation period is a long time. And you are now very close to this person who has a lowered immune system. And you might be thinking, oh, that's not my problem. No, it's not your problem. But at the end of the day, it is our problem because we live in a society and we have to take care of each other. Right?
So it's just...
Does it really hurt for you to be like, hey, you know, I was on the ship and they're asking me to, like, you know, quarantine or for a little bit, take precautions? It doesn't hurt anyone. Like, it helps contain this virus so that it doesn't spread. Because, you know.
Now we're looking at hopefully not another epidemic because they did this.
Listen, I hope not. I hope not.
I mean, supposedly this is in Europe, and Europe and Africa are taking really high levels of precaution on these people who debarked it. So they're, you know, making sure that, you know, everything is under control. But is it really?
I don't know. They say they have some people here in the United States that
scientifically
they're watching because they were on the ship. I hope that they don't get sick. I hope they're all right. I hope for everyone's sake that it is contained. I think that it's just very hard because obviously it was a very large ship.
But you know what the lesson of all of this is, people? Do not go bird watching in the damn landfill, okay? What the fuck? That shit smelly as fuck too. Like, do you want a landfill? Like, hello.
I don't know. I don't know why people would do that. Listen, but you know, people have different ways of vacationing. Hey, that's yours. That's yours. You know, I'm gonna shoot it down. You want to watch a bird? You know, I would suggest going to a park, right?
So I was talking to Sandra. Yeah, I think it was yesterday or today. And I was like, you know what? Because she said, was it motherly heaven or angelic mothering or something like that. And I was like, you know what? We should make our own Talking Tipsy drink. So make sure you guys follow us on Instagram because we're going to be posting more than often than usual that we do. So that way we're going to start making our own drinks and mixing my own stuff. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah, we're going to taste it to see how good it tastes too. So you get to see on frequency on that.
Yeah.
So,
if you're interested about today's drink, we're having some Stella Rosa cranberry. This is very good.
This is so good. And then we have it with fruits too.
And
so
mint.
It's like
mint.
Yeah, and then we have our mint too. So I know that my husband's like, oh, you put that in mojito. It's like I put it where it tastes good. That didn't sound right. But yeah,
it tastes good. It tastes good. It does.
So, but thank you for tuning in with us. We hope all the mothers out there have an amazing time. You are worth somebody. For all the new mommies, all the step mommies, you are amazing. So thank you so much for tuning in with us.
Oh, I have someone I thought about. Extra hugs to those that lost their moms.
Yeah.
Within this past year. I know that this first Mother's Day can be rough, you know. So extra hugs from you for you. I'm sure that your mother's out there, you know, sending you her best love.
Heaven wishes Lee mother, so definitely for sure.
And for the one in 8, hang in there, girlies. It's possible. It's possible.
Hey, cheers to you. Have a good one, and thank you for talking tipsy. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, cheers.